Hello, I'm Matt and welcome to Badger Workshop. So it's that magical time of year again. Got the fairy lights on, Christmas jumper, so it must be nearly Christmas. And if you're anything like me, people always ask, what do you want for Christmas? And I always struggle to come up with ideas. So I've put together a little gift guide of a few things that I find handy. So let's have a look.
So let's start with the cliche clamps. These are my favourite ones, the Bessie parallel clamps. I've got the 600 and the 300mm. I started off by getting a few of the 600 because I thought you can always clamp smaller things up even with the longer clamps. And this is true. But when you're clamping something up and you've got clamps sticking out in all directions, they can be dangerous and get in the way. So I actually find the 300mm ones really useful. These are certainly not the cheapest clamps, but I only buy a couple at a time and build up a bit of a collection. And if you can get someone else to buy them for you, even better. So a bit of a cheaper option is to get a plug cutting set. So what it is a countersunk drill bit that drills a hole and a corresponding cutter that cuts a plug to fill that hole. So what you can do is put something together with screws, plug the holes, and it looks like dowels, or it can be painted over, and it's a really quick method of joining things together. So the set I've got comes with 10mm, which I use all the time, and I think these other ones are 12mm, which I've never actually used. I only got these this year and they're super handy and I use them all the time. So while we're talking about drills, here's some self-centering hinge drill bits. They come in different sizes and they have a little spring-loaded collar, which means you can drill a perfect hole in the centre. These are really cheap and handy and I use them all the time. Now back to clamps again, and here's something I only got last week, and that's some tiny little spring clamps. I got these to use on a project and I think that video will be out on New Year's Day. These might be tiny, but I can see them coming in really handy and getting lots of use. When I was at the Yandles woodworking show back at the end of the summer, I was talking to a very talented green woodworker. He was carving some spoons. I asked him what was a good starting carving knife and he recommended this little Mora, so I got one. He was also selling these books, so I thought I'd pick one up. You might recognise the author's name, E.J. Osborne, as he has appeared on BBC's Money for Nothing. This is a lovely book with lots of pictures, and I'm really looking forward to having a go at trying some carving in the new year, and I'm sure there'll be a video showing my progress with it all. Now let's have a look at a couple of digital tools that I use all the time. The first one you'll see me use all the time, and that's a Trend digital bevel gauge. It's magnetic, you can stick it on the blade and then you can very precisely set the angle. It's saying my bench is at 0.7, so it's either a bit wonky or it just needs zeroing. It's super handy and I don't know how I'd do any accurate work without one. Now the other tool I've probably never used in a video, but if you ever do work around the house, having one of these stud detectors is incredibly handy. This can find studs, electric cables and metal pipes. So let's do the joke. Let's try it in the stud detector function. No, it's not working. Anyway, this is a great thing to have because it'd really ruin your day if you drill into a water pipe or an electric cable. It has the lights that go from green to red when you get near anything, and it also has a buzzer, which I'm pretty sure I've turned off because that just got annoying. I go just for the visual aid. Now I'm going to show you one last item, and that's some painter's triangles. They've got rubberized sides and a little point on the top, and I probably use these every time I apply any finish. The point means you can put a workpiece on and it minimises the surface area that's going to come into contact with it. The one problem I find is they're a bit unstable, but I can't remember where I got these from, so I found some other ones that instead of being triangles are pyramids, so they look much more secure and I think I might get some myself.
So there's a few ideas. Some of those things I've had for years and use all the time, and then things like the book and the knife I've just got and I haven't even had a chance to look at yet. But I hope that gives you some ideas and your loved ones a few ideas of what to get you. I'll put a link down below on my Amazon page and I'll title the tab Christmas Gift Guide, something like that, so you can find all these things if you want to look them up. Thanks for watching, and we'll have a build video next week, so I'll see you all then. Bye.